Hi, Teresa. Hi, Jennifer. What else? Yeah. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Trini. Hello, everyone. 3 minutes to start. I hope I brought everything that I need. Some. Hi, Linda. Okay, so I'm going to do some upcycling for boxes today or tonight or whatever. And I'm gonna start with this box, Natural Valley box, very flimsy, small, but we're going to do something with it. And I've got other boxes. I don't know if I'll manage to do all of them, but just so we will have some variation. I've got a box. This was, I think, for a cell phone. This was some box that had some pencils in it, and I've got a box that I think this was for a tablet, was in here, and I've got Pringles also. So all kinds of stuff. We'll see how I will hold up. Red Rosie, hello, and Diane. So hello to everyone, and well, I think we can start. So as I said, I will start with this box. I wanted to show you how from something like this, which is kind of flimsy, same material like cereal boxes, you can use it as a substrate, make it into something beautiful, and stand as an art piece by itself. And yeah, so the only thing that is important with something like this is to reinforce it. As you can see, I didn't even open it all the way, and I wasn't very careful with it. I don't care about it. It doesn't have to be pretty underneath. And if you've got a box like this that is glossy on the outside, you need to think how you treat it. And I will go over all the things that you need to do on top of it, all the options. But first of all, you need to reinforce the inside. And for that, I'm just going to take an old newspaper and just take pages. Yep. See, of course, it can be magazines, it can be anything, old school books, especially if it's mathematics. feel free. And now I'm just stuffing it. So of course, if you've got, I don't know, like a fabric that you don't want and you plan to throw away, you can also use that to stuff your box. Just make sure that with the stuffing you get enough that it holds, but not that it will get a belly. Hi Betty, I didn't see what you wrote me last because it's on the phone which is recording, and I had to prepare for the live, so I couldn't see the last thing that you wrote, and I couldn't respond. So just so you will know, I'll after the live I will look at the messenger again. Who did I miss? Hi Jean and Celine also. It's so nice to see people coming back. Really appreciate it. So it's good enough in terms, maybe here I need a little bit more. I'll take a piece. And stuff it. Okay. Yeah. So now I want to reinforce it. Of course, you can use glue, glue gun, silicone glue, but I like to use masking tape because it serves two purposes. First, it holds everything in place, and second, it serves as a nice substrate, nice because it's not glossy. I can use it as, let's say, my primer for that matter. I don't need gesso as a primer if I'm covering the whole box with masking tape. Of course, it's up to you if you want to cover the whole box with masking tape, or if you want to just use it to put everything together, or you want to use gesso to cover everything. Now, if you're going to paint, then yes, gesso or masking tape is nice thing. If you don't want that, then you need to treat the glossy exterior by using a very fine sandpaper to get rid of the glossiness, and then you go, and it's still it's better to put gesso. That's if you're going to paint. I'm not going to paint on this on the boxes. I want to use my collage papers, painty papers, to cover it, so I'm not concerned about the glossy exterior, especially if I'm going to cover the whole box. If I wasn't covering the whole box, then maybe I would consider, like if I wanted to only glue here, then I would consider painting on the sides, and then I would have to treat the sides with something, if it's the gesso or the masking tape. But because what I am planning to do, at least with this box, is cover everything with my painty papers, then I'm not really concerned. So now I really have nice box, and I can start working on it. Other boxes, if they are not glossy, then you can work directly on top of them. And of course, you can use whatever size of box you want. If you've got boxes that are really hard, stiff, especially when if they are for all kinds of electronics, It doesn't matter if it was for a phone, a tablet, a computer, then you don't need to reinforce anything. They are sturdy, and that's that. And of course, you need to decide if you want the box to be functional and use the inside, or you just want to use it as a substitute for a canvas. Up to you. So we're going to start with this. Let's remove this. And I think the most difficult thing in doing something like that is making the decisions what I'm going to do on top of them. And so I decided to use all kinds of painted papers and leftovers. I've got this whole bin or stash or whatever you want to call it. It started as where I put all the gel prints that I've done on one of the live. And so here are some of them. And then as times went by, each time I've done something and I had a leftover, I just dropped it into this bin. So I've got all kinds of stuff here. It doesn't have to be painted papers. I also have a leftover of some 12 by 12 and all kinds of stuff is here. So what I've done is I went over this bin and took out pieces of paper that I liked, and basically I made like 3 piles. One pile, this one, is mostly blue and purple and just pieces. I'm not sure I will use all of them, part of them, I really don't know. And as I said, most of them are blue and purple, although I do have here some greenish and here also. So that's one pile that I am designating for one box. I've got another pile, this one, that is mostly blue and orange and green. I'm not sure where it's going. But I really liked how all this color came together. So, and I really took all kinds of stuff. This was just a page that I cleaned the gel plate. This is a leftover of some of my dyed papers. This one, I'm not even sure what it is, what I've done here. This was just a yellow printer paper, and that I've put a stencil and sprayed something. A dictionary page with, I think it was a gel plate, another dictionary page, another dyed paper. So I've got all kinds of stuff that I really liked how the colors went together. So that's the second pile. Third pile is mostly black, white, and neutral colors. So I will have something that maybe can blend with the others or maybe contrast with the others. Like I can do blue and purple, but then I can put something that is out of this scheme of colors. So I've got, this is a black Bristol paper that I stenciled with gesso. Here, I don't know if you can see, I went around the shapes with silver marker. Another dictionary page that I've printed some butterflies. Linda, it's the butterflies you've done, I think, with AI that you sent me. So I just printed them on a dictionary page. I've got more black with some stenciling on top. It's a leftover from something else. Picked this piece of paper because it's mostly gold with some hints of turquoise, and I felt maybe it can work. Leftover from 12 by 12, leftover from 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, a dictionary page that I used a black brayer to clean a brayer that was with black paint on it, and then stenciled this, a music sheet, all kinds of stuff. So I don't know where it's going, but I just picked up all kinds of stuff to work. So already talked a lot, and I need to drink something and check out the chat, of course. Let's go back and see what I've missed. Pregnant boxes, yeah. Hey, Annalie. Hi, Barbara. Jennifer, hello. Hello, Kathleen. Yay, purple. Stop shouting purple. Okay, I think I'm caught up with the chat. Okay, so decisions. Now I need to decide what I want on this box. And I think I'll go with this pile. And let's move this. Oh, I've got another. This is originally it was a dictionary page that I cleaned between gel prints, and I liked it so much that I scanned it and printed it again. So that's a big tip for all of you. When you've got any kind of painting paper that you love and you keep not using it because you're afraid to use it, just photocopy it. So now I've got it, and I can print it as many as I want. Yeah, so maybe this one will also make an appearance. We'll see, especially because it looks nice with this colors. Okay, so I'm moving the boxes, the other boxes, so I can do something. And the Pringles, I'm really looking forward to do something with this, just because it's round, and we'll see maybe what we can do with it. Okay, so this one to the side, and now I need to think if I want it a landscape or portrait. You see, it's all about decisions. I think I'll go like this time. And I don't know why I really wanted to use this, especially because I'm looking for a complete coverage, or at least front and sides. I'm not sure about the back. Maybe the back will stay as is. So I'm thinking I'll start with this one, and I'm going with torn edges, which is another decision to make. So I'm thinking this one. I really like this, and this is a piece of painted paper that I got in Happy Mail. I'm not sure who sent it to me. So sorry if you're in the live and don't remember. I'm sorry. Let's see. I'm looking for pieces that will cover like this. And of course you can use ribbons and washi tape and whatever you want on it. You can add whatever you want. I'm just using my painty papers and we'll see where it gets me. This one is interesting. And okay, I'm starting with this because I know that I want some very light color here. I want to, if I'll do a focal point, I think it will be here, sticking out of the torn edges. So maybe or maybe no. Let's see. Decisions. It's always decisions. Okay, I'm starting with something, otherwise it will it will just take all day or all night, and I'm just using plain white glue. Okay. Just placing it so it will cover here and now here. Okay, we've got it. Now, where did I put the scissors? So that's the start. Now, let's see. Maybe a piece. I really don't know. I'm just playing with the pieces, and so I really don't know. And I want some large pieces or wide pieces, thin pieces. Now, most of the time when I'm doing this kind of collaging, I will go with glue on top. Right now, I'm not doing it because it will be messy, and I don't want to wait for everything to dry on top. So I'm trying to keep the glue only for underneath for gluing everything. So let's see. No, I really like this one. Okay. Just trying to align with the straight line of the box, so it saves me one piece that I don't need to cut and trim and whatever. Okay, I like it, and maybe I don't have enough room because I want this one. No, I need it to be more than 4 pieces, so maybe I'll add something here. Just 4 pieces look to me too plain. I don't know how to explain it. Let's see. No, too much. Yeah, I'll go like this. I'm sorry if sometimes I'm off camera, not on just the placement of the camera overhead, and I didn't want to mess with it too much. Okay, trimming. Oops. I'll do the sides later. Right now I'm more concerned about the front. Okay, we've got the start. Let's see. Maybe something from no. Don't know. Maybe it will work. Maybe it won't. Oh, I like it. Very striking. So I've got some kind of contrast going here. I've got very, let's say, white here and the more black here. So I've got some contrast going on and I like it. So this is the base. This is the background. And I'm not even sure what I want to put here. And let's cover the sides. while I'm at it. Maybe this one. No. Something plain like this. This can work. I'm cutting a little bit a piece that is larger than what I need, just so I can work with it. It's just easier for me. Okay, trimming the excess. It's better to trim the excess when everything is dry, but I'm not waiting for it right now. Just need to be careful. Well, good enough for right now. I'll do a more fixing when everything is dry and the pieces don't move on the wet glue. So I've got this side covered. Now I need to cover this side. Okay. I think here I don't want to go over, so I'll trim it. Okay, I've got it. Yeah. So, a focal point, anything goes. It can be a tag that I've made, it can be a stamp, stencil, anything can go. And I'm thinking maybe something from my paper napkins. This is the box of leftover pieces from other projects, so maybe I can find something interesting. Maybe like this little angel can go, so that's an option. Let's put it here. All kinds of stuff. hummingbird also can go here with this flower, maybe. No. Not for this piece. It's nice enough, but not for this. Oh, a little penguin. Maybe. He's so cute. I forget the stuff that I have. Anything with white background works better, because then the background just disappears. The white becomes transparent. Let's see. No. I've got this bear. He's so cute. Some birdies. Not sure that it will work here. Although I would really love a bird here, I think. Hedgehogs. I think that's what they are called. No, doesn't work here. Yeah, I think I need to make a decision between what I've gotten out. Okay, let's see. I'm really not, I haven't set up in a great place. Not really, haven't checked really where I placed everything. Okay. No, it's too, there are two, you don't see them enough on top. I'm really tempted to go with the bear. I love bears. The penguin is a little bit maybe too big here. Maybe not. I'm flipping it over when I want to see how it looks to the other side. It doesn't matter with paper napkins. When you glue them, it looks the same even if you glue them with the supposedly right side down. The only thing that matters is if you have Like here it says angels. Of course it will be backwards, but images like this angel, I can flip it and put it here, which I'm really tempted to do, to use this and also the penguin and also the bear. What do you say? Let's see what's going on in the chat. Hi, Cheryl. Hello, Mrs. Com Art. Diane, I've got all kinds of these boxes. I just treat them as a canvas, and I've got some in my living room, of course, bigger ones, but it's great as a gift and it's great to recycle, and I don't have to spend on all kinds of canvases when I can use a box. I vote for the penguin. Penguin, it's a bird. Yeah, some kind of bird. Other boxes that I've shown at the beginning, like this one, I will use for storage because it has a flap. This one, which was just a Nature Valley box, it can't be used again, so I'm treating it as a whole and as a canvas. Something like this I will use for storing whatever. If it's greeting cards or if it's other stuff, I don't know. Jewelry for that matter, it doesn't matter. You can store whatever you want in it. Yeah. I've shown, I think the last live I've already showed you a box that I've done like some years ago. It was when I was following Cat Hand Mixed Media Morsels. This was a box of some like I think maybe Oreos or something like that, and I just went around with a large paper, just wrapped it, and this was a stamp. I stamped it on, then colored, stamped the letters, some lace trim, and this artificial flowers, and I've got some washi tape here. This is washi tape. So yeah, and it's for all intent and purposes, this is a canvas. I've got another one that I've done a video. I've made an abstract landscape with my faux handmade paper. It was a seascape, abstract seascape, scape, and it's downstairs in the living room. I can fetch it if you want to. And after the live I can put a link for it in the description box. It even says Merry Christmas, so if you've got something like that, you can do a gift for Christmas. Let's go with the penguin. He's so cute. Okay, so I need a fine brush and water so I can take out the image out of the paper napkin. Okay. Whole lot of mess I've got here. Okay. So because it's a paper napkin, I will use my glue for paper napkins, which is just diluted glue with water, 2/3 glue, 1/3 water. Brush. Always use soft flat brush. From the inside towards the outside, gently. It needs to glide, not drag, and be generous with the glue. Right now it looks like a mess when it's wet, but when it dries it looks better, and I will work on it more once it's dry. So right now I'm putting it to the side, and we're going to move on to another box. Okay, so this one, let's put it somewhere. And let's see, I really want to upcycle the Pringles. It's more of a challenge. And do you want me to bring the box that I talked about from the living room? I will fetch it. Okay, just trying to make some order in all the pieces, and now I'm bringing the pile with the blue and purple colors, and I'm going to move this aside. This stays in this pile, and also this. Okay. Now this is very glossy and I'm kind of worried, so I'm thinking it's better for me to cover it with the masking tape. I haven't done a Pringle box ever, so for me it's a challenge now to do something with it. Okay, I think this is good enough. Uh, then I'm a good actress, Rosemary. It's just that I am immersing myself in creativity, so I won't have to get sucked into, let's say, depression or anger or whatever for what all the things that are going on. And all kinds of stuff is going on, and I'm just trying to uh, to float, to keep my head above water. Yeah. Okay. Too much crazy going on in the world. That's what I have to say. Okay. So now I need to decide if I want to go with a, again, like this, or if I want to now go like this with the pieces. And if I want to do some kind of focal point on top, or just leave it as decorative, abstract, whatever. This is a too small piece for working. I need something that will go around. Yeah, let's do something that goes around, and whatever will be, will be. I'm starting with this piece. I really want this part of the paper. Something that will go like this. Yeah. I don't need all of it. Yeah, okay. Brush. And the glue. Oh, I forgot to ask Linda, when you wrote before that you like this series, what do you mean, the live or the one that I started with, the art journal from scratch? I also get this was done on deli paper or tissue paper, something like that. So I'm also getting wrinkles, and I really like it. I'm getting texture. So a big plus for that. And let's see. I think yeah. I'll just play with the pieces. Yeah, all stuff is going around all over. Like Texas, I'm watching the news. I've seen what's going on. It's just heartbreaking. Believe it or not, but even a Little Us sent a rescue, what it's called, a search and rescue team to Texas. Sadly, we are expert in search and rescue due to circumstances. We've got one of the top teams in the world for search and rescue. Each time there is some horrible disaster in the world, we are sending teams to help. Yeah. I want from time to time to break it up with something like this and like this, so probably at the bottom I can see. I really like it. Oops, I've made some. Okay, back in place. Too much glue. If there is such a thing, too much glue. This one is interesting. So that's for me, Thursday, it's the end of the working week, and I decided that enough news, enough social media. I need some, I don't know, rebooting from all the disasters. I need to disengage. Okay. I need to clean the scissors from glue. Doesn't look like much right now, but I'm hoping by the time I'll cover it, and right now I'm thinking of some stenciling on top. I hope it will look great. And let's see. Hi Valerie. Okay, next, this can work. I'm thinking of stenciling something with black on top. Maybe some flowers. I don't know. Oops. I'm making a mess as usual. Okay. Lots and lots of glue. And really, really starting to like it. It's going in the right direction. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not overly concerned about the bottom because the next piece always covering whatever I've got going on there. So the only thing that I care right now is for the torn edges of the pieces. Okay. So now I want something darker like this, and then I think I'll add this piece at the end. Yeah, I think that's where it's going. Or maybe this one. Again, I don't know why I really like this paper. So maybe it can do a comeback here. I've used it here. No, I'm going with the darker purple. Okay, in the hopes that I can tear it. The tissue paper is very, very thin. Okay, let's move all of this. Okay. Getting somewhere. Of course, it will take time to dry. Wait. Okay, we've got coverage, and because I'm thinking of stenciling, I can't do anything right now when I've got all this glue. Oh, it will have to wait, the stenciling. Yeah, I really like what's going on here. I'm thinking also of going with a gold marker over the edges of each piece, just to connect with this gold here and to make the torn edges more distinguished on this. So this needs to go aside to dry next to the penguin that we've done. And let's bring in another box. Where did I put the other boxes? Well, I think I'll do this one, and let's see, masking tape. It's just too glossy, and I don't want to start sanding it. I don't want to cover it with gesso, so I'm doing whatever is faster and easier, which is the masking tape. It's also cheap masking tape, so I don't have a problem to use this. Now it's not perfect here or here. I'm going to do it afterwards, and right now not worried about it. And I can just cut it with the scissors, or I can trim it with a utility knife, or I can just use sanding paper to get rid of this little excess. Okay, once again, I really want to use this, so I'm thinking this will probably be the focal point, I think. I need to trim it. It's not all of it is going to be on the box, so I need to see how I'm going about it. Yeah, I can do this and maybe even go to the side a little bit. Yeah, just tear some of it. So I'm planning on gluing this here. Some of it is going to the side a little bit, and excess I'll trim later. Yeah. Let's help it. Because it's Bristol paper, it's a little bit thicker than what I use for the gel prints, so it needs a little help. I'm not being precise right now. I just want to go about seeing how it looks at the front. All the little details will come at the end. When everything is dry, I can go and do all the little details, so everything will look in place. Okay, so what do I want to go with this? Maybe this. I really like this, and I want the contrast. Let's see. I'm thinking this could be nice. Yeah. Or maybe, ooh, this one is even better. I like this. This time I'm not going on top and at the bottom with the pieces. Each box I'm deciding what works better for me. I'm going with the glue on top of this just so everything will have the same finish on top. It's like using varnish. You don't want the varnish to be only on part of what you're doing, and it doesn't even matter what kind of varnish, if it's matte or glossy, you want everything to look with the same finish. Okay, I really like this piece, and now I need to find something that will work with it, because we are going very colorful here, and maybe in between. Something else can work. Maybe. The only problem is that this is very brittle, so I need to be careful. Yeah, this could work. Oops. Don't need the whole thing. Okay, let's see. Is this interesting enough? Maybe. Oh, I like it. I really like it. Okay. Again, finishing touches later on. And I think I need just one more piece. Let's see what I've got. I need something darker. This could be interesting. I'm not sure about it. No, this one doesn't work. I like the contrast. I'm going with it. I'm going with it. What's the worst that could happen? I really, really like it. I need to drink and I need to check the chat. Just going to clean first the scissors, trim the excess, and then okay, not perfect, but oops. Oh, never mind. I made some mess here. That's why you need to wait for everything to dry, but I don't have the patience. Okay, I'm going to do something to make it right. I like this here, and what I'll do, let's see, I'll just tear another piece like this, and when it's dry, then I'll trim the excess on the side. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think I will probably do some detailing here, not sure yet what, but again, this needs to dry completely before I'm doing anything. So here is another box to the side, needs to dry. Okay, let's see what I've missed in the chat. Ooh, I've missed a lot in the chat. Hi, Valerie. Thanks, Rosemary. Hi, Lee. I've got so much glue on my hands. If you think anything off, you're gonna get arrested. Yeah, it's really hot here also. Me and the AC are very best friends. Great accident, yeah. Maybe I will cover the backs later. Sometimes I will cover it with another piece of painted paper. Sometimes I will paint them. When I'm doing things like this that look, when I'm using it as a canvas instead of a canvas, I will, most of times will go with black or gold to the sides and the back. It really depends on the papers that I've used, on the whole thing. Sometimes I'll ink the edges with black. Sometimes I'll do some darkening at the edges with black acrylic paint and makeup sponge. So all kinds of stuff that I can't do now while the glue is wet. Okay, so I need to just straighten some things up here because it's just too much what's going on with all the papers and the leftovers. Some of the leftovers needs to go to the trash. There is enough is enough. When you've got little pieces like that, I need to just throw it away and not keep it because it's just getting ridiculous. the amount of paper I've got as it is. So enough is enough. Okay, I think I got rid of all the little pieces. Yeah. Okay, let's go bigger with this. And this one is opening, so I think I'm going to decorate only here at the top, and I'm not going to cover everything, so it will be a storage box for something. And I'm thinking now going more subtle with this kind of papers. And I've got this, I've got this. This is too bright. I'm looking out right now for things that are a little bit more subtle to use. Too bright, too colorful. Moving on. Let's see, what else do I got? Okay, I need to find more things to use in that color range. I really need to go over all the stashes of painted papers, and I think that I need to just organize them by color. Let's see, what else can I use? Maybe a hint of color. I don't know. Going over other stashes here. I'm also looking for papers that are not too thick, so it would be easier to work on. Maybe something from here. Too big. Okay, let's see what I can do. the Pringle can, I'm thinking of putting either all my very long brushes, or I was thinking of putting what it's called, um, hmm, forgot the name. Not cotton balls, but the ones that are flat and round, that you use to clean makeup. I thought about that. I thought about maybe making some cookies, putting them in there and gifting it. That's another thing that I thought about. And I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so I'm just going on top here, not to the sides, and again I need to figure if I want to go a horizontal or a, to go like this. My brain is starting to freeze. It's the hour. I'm turning into a pumpkin. Let's see. Sparkleberry Shine, hello. Bye, Celine. Bye, Betty. Oh, makeup rounds. What do you mean, Brenda? I take the cookies. Mm. Okay, so let's see. I really like this paper. Maybe I'll do all kinds. Doesn't have to be all a horizontal or the other way or whatever. I don't know. Okay, I'm starting, and whatever will be, will be. That's the beauty of it. It's just boxes that otherwise would have gone into a recycling bin. This way, I'm using them to make something nice. And I can always gift it. Okay. I'm gonna trim later on. Okay, let's see. Maybe this one. This one's interesting. This one also. Okay, we're getting somewhere. There is some scheme of colors going on. Now, maybe. Yeah, I can work with that. Doesn't look like much when it's in this stage, but when you are trimming everything, then it starts to, I don't know, make sense. Maybe I'll put it here. I'm not sure yet. This one's interesting. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can trim the excess without making any more mistakes or accidents. Again, I'm not too precise right now, just trying to get an impression of what's going on, and later on I'll do the little fixing. Oh, I like it. I'm thinking this needs a big butterfly here at the center, or maybe a little bit to the side, I don't know, but it, or maybe, oh, I know it. Let's see, I've got some dragonflies that maybe will go here. I've got these dragonflies, I've got here some. Let's see. And if not, then I will take a butterfly. Let's see. This one was from a paper bag that I bought in some store in Europe, Pepco. And this would be great if there wasn't the fold here. I've already used so many. It was just one paper bag. It was very cheap, and I got so many dragonflies out of it. Or maybe I'll do several. Let's see, like two, or one smaller one. So that's an option. Of course, I need to fussy cut them. Oh, I've got an even smaller one, so I can put one here, and one here. Woo, yeah. So now I need to find my nail scissors for the fussy cutting. Yeah, I'm parched. Makeup rounds, okay. I'm reading the chat. No, just stirring paper, no bunny. And now fussy cutting. Yay! I'm leaving like a hairline around the image. It just helps it stand out more. I'm always looking at paper bags in all kinds of stores to see what they have on top of them. There is also a store called also Europe, because that's where, when I'm going, it's somewhere in Europe, there is Teddy. They also have all kinds of nice stuff, and it's kind of cheap. I've seen today some people from France. Is there anyone from another place in Europe? Because all the others are from the US, Canada, and Australia, from what I gathered. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. Last one, smaller one. Oh boy. Decorating boxes can be done not only with painting papers, it can be also, I've done that with paper napkins, I've done it with paper towels that I cleaned all kinds of paint, leftover paint, so they got really colorful, so I used that. I'll show you in a minute something that I've done with paper towels. So yeah, the glue is still wet on top, so I really love it. Really, really, really love it. Yep. It just needs to dry, and I would probably do some darkening of the edges just to frame it, and it's still a usable box for whatever I want to put in it. Really like it. Yep. Okay, so let's put back all the leftover dragonflies. And this one I bought the dragonflies. Here, this pack I bought in also in Teddy. And just wanted to show you, this is also from a paper bag. All this feathers. So just look for all kinds of stuff, and it's cheaper to buy a paper bag in some store than to buy this in a craft store. I'm just okay. Again, so I can see what's going on. Okay, so there was something that I said I will show you. I lost my train of thought. Oh, the paper towels. I don't know what this called, but it was just a very old paper holder for that matter, and it was faded and ugly, and I just tore pieces of paper towels again that I used to clean all kinds of spills, and after I glued everything I just stenciled on top with a black acrylic paint. So yeah, so it can be done with all kinds of things. That's another thing. And just thinking if I've got something else in my boxes that I use something else to show you. Let's see. And of course, there are all kinds of other stuff that you can do on boxes. This box was a domino box, and I just decorated it. I painted it. This is a lace trim and some fake flowers, and it's supposed to open. Yes, it opens. So this was a domino box, and this was a cell phone box. There is a video that I've done this. This is all ugly pichivkes, ugly pieces of jewelry. The ugliest, the better. More like all kinds of leftover jewelry from the 80s will work great to create a texture that can be used on top of something like this. Let's see. Here is another one, another cell phone. Here I put a gauze, and this is some kind of trim, more of the lace trim, and I had this owl, a metal owl. Everything was painted with metallic paint, acrylic paint, and yeah. So all kinds of stuff can go on top of boxes. And it's cheap things that everyone can get. Let's see. I'm bringing more things to show you. There's just so much, a lot of mess. Okay, more examples. Okay. What else? Tissue paper works great, especially if you want wrinkles. And also, I always forget what it's called. This you can find in the hardware aisle, this aluminum sticky thing, and this box was covered with this. That's the texture that I made, and then I covered it with black gesso, and all this is just made with a glue gun. All this is just a glue gun, and then some highlights with silver, like rub and buff, or a wax, silver, like silver wax on top, although you can do it with acrylic silver paint. More fake flowers, lace trim, parts of some hideous jewelry. Here I've got a deck. All these wrinkles are from tissue paper. All this is just with a glue gun. And these pieces I bought at the cheap store in the craft section. All this stars. I'm cooked. That's it. And some metallic on top of it, brushed metallic wax and metallic paint to get the highlights on all the texture. So as you can see, lots of ways to go about upcycling all kinds of boxes. And this box is the same as the box that I've done now with the dragonflies. Same kind of box. I think it was for I'm telling you, that's it. I'm cooked. What's it called? Tablet. Yeah. This box was for some jewelry. This box was from had lots of boxes in it, and it came as a set, and I bought it in IKEA long time ago. So it was very simple box, and as you can see, just glue gun and some aluminum foil, and that's it. Thanks, Brenda. You mean on top of at the end? Sometimes I put a water-based varnish. Here there is water-based varnish. I can see just because it's more glossy. Here I didn't put anything else. It's black gesso and the wax. I didn't feel it needs sealing, and if I feel it needs sealing, I will use just clear a spray can. And yeah, Sometimes if I use a water-based varnish, sometimes I use glossy, sometimes I use matte. It depends on what I feel it needs at this that exact time. Time for bed, yeah. Yeah. That's okay, Barbara. Whenever you can comment, that's okay. Wow. Did I say I am cooked? Yeah. Any questions for me? Now's the time. I'll finish the boxes, whatever they need finishing when they are dry, and I'll show you how they turned out either in the next video or the next live. They're still wet with glue. Yeah, especially here the penguin is still wet, and the Pringles also wet with glue. This one also wet. What can you do? Yeah. Yeah, thank you all for coming in. It's great. I love it. And I don't know if you noticed, I'm doing each Sunday now, I'm doing a video, mostly art journaling. And on Wednesday, I'm doing the art journaling from scratch with limited supplies. And Thursday or Friday for Down Under, I'm doing the live. So yeah, and I really like it that now I've got like this 3 different, I don't know what to call it, venues, so I can do a more let's say more intricate, more complicated art journaling or mixed media on the videos on Sunday, and then I can do something more basic and simple. So it's good for beginners. It's good if you don't have a lot of supplies. It's really basic supplies that anyone can find, and the live is just because it's more for me. So I'm not talking to myself. Yeah, I just hope I can keep up with this schedule. There are so many things that I'm planning. Not always have the time to record, but I'm trying. So yeah, I'm thinking that if I'm going to keep the Pringle box closed, I'm thinking of doing something interesting here to the closure. Maybe put something here. Not sure yet what, but thinking about it. And I still need to stencil on top of it. Yeah. Turned out better than I thought. The penguin, when it's dry, I really need to do some, I don't know, with the marker, go around it and make it stand out more. And yeah, but I can't touch it right now. So this is it. I'm done. I'm going to say goodbye to you all and really appreciate everyone coming in and commenting and being in the chat and whatever. So, good night or good morning, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. So, bye for now.